Hey yogis, how are you today? It's good to see you again. In today's video, we would talk about neuropathways. What are neuropathways? How they are relevant to your success? What are door closing expressions? And what are the key phrases to unlock your highest potential? Make sure you watch the video until the end for my bonus tip, and of course, if you want to win a tarot reading with me. This channel is all about your personal development. If you love good content and if you like the channels that value your time, then it's time for you to subscribe my channel. Let's unlock some doors for you today. Stop. Go grab a pen and a notebook because today's video is full of interesting content you don't want to miss on. If you've not yet watched my earlier videos, this might be your time to pause this video, open a new tab and look at this playlist because today's video is all on the basis of the past few videos that we did and how to enhance the processes that we have already learned. In my last video, I gave you a few tips about affirmations, and among other things, I had mentioned how negations work in an affirmation, and in response to that, Pap Norm wrote this comment. Thank you, enjoyed the video. In a way, I would like to use no's and don'ts even more now as they are forbidden. As we know, forbidden fruits are the sweetest. However, it's not really about forbidding something, it's about recognizing the hidden files and patterns in our system that are slowing us down. It is more about refreshing the system if need be. In order to understand this, it would make sense to look at the neuropathways and to look at the things that are on autopilot system in our being and how they are affecting our day-to-day life, how they have an impact on our success and our happiness. If you've ever walked through some fields or some greenery, you would see that sometimes there are some serpentine pathways that build up because people have been over the time walking on those same routes over and over again. Similarly, we have neuropathways in our head. That means the expressions, the daily habits, the things that we do, they have a connection in our head. It's like walking from one point to another and leaving your footprints on the way. So these things are called neuropathways. Now you would see that these neuropathways, they are more enhanced in your brain or in your life system where you use a certain habit every day, things you do every day, the expressions you use in your language every day. Here are a few expressions that we use in our day-to-day language or conversations when we are talking about something that is not according to our taste. So we do often use expressions like, oh, this gets on my nerves, I've had enough of it. These expressions, they have a lasting impact on your health specifically. Let me give you an example. My sister-in-law was once very angry at her kids and she was trying to tell them how nerve-wracked she is. So while she was talking about all the things that she does not like, she used the expression "Mir geht die Galle hoch," which literally means my bile is coming up. Why this is so interesting? Because a year before that, her gallbladder was operated out. So you see how these expressions are playing a major role in our health. Another example is whenever I used to be angry at my children, I would often use the expression "Ich hab die Schnauze voll." Literally translated, this would mean that my nose is overfilled. And that's exactly the case with me. I am allergic to cold, believe it or not, which is again very funny because living in Germany, I'm constantly sneezing and my nose is constantly running. So it seems that I have unknowingly manifested that by the expressions I've been using. Similarly, we have a lot of other expressions in our day-to-day life which I call the door closing expressions because they literally mentally block you down and put you in front of a dead-end road. Let's have a look at these expressions. So a few examples would be, I never eat dried fruits. I always wake up early. You must do this. You should not do this. My problems are big. When you look at all these expressions, they are literally putting a mental block, a mental fog in front of your subconscious. So when you say, I always do that, or when you say, I never do this, you're literally telling your subconscious to close down, to not be flexible. And as we know, yoga is not only about being flexible in terms of your body and joints and muscles, but also being flexible mentally. So let's have a look at the turnover. What are the key phrases that we can use that would give us a better understanding of our subconscious and that would also contribute to our success? So instead of saying, I never do this, if you say, I normally wake up early in the morning, but today I was feeling a bit cold, so I decided to stay in the bed. So you see, instead of saying, I always do this, you're not being rigid and tight, you are leaving it, you're letting it go. The rigidity that comes with I never do something or I always do something gets more flexible, gets more easy. It's more in the flow when you say, I usually don't do this, but I can make an exception for you. Or I would normally do something differently, but in this case, let's have a look at it. Sometimes I do things differently. So you see, these sentences are more easy. They give you a sense of relaxation also on a physical level, and that also makes your consciousness more easygoing and accepting if there is a change needed. So instead of saying I should or you should, I must or you must, try using I may, you may. I allow myself to eat a little chocolate today because tomorrow I'm fasting anyways. So you see, when you do that, your body works in a very different way than if you force yourself that, oh, I'm eating a chocolate, but oh, I'm not supposed to, I should not be doing this. It has a different energy altogether. Also, a lot of us talk about problems. I have a problem with my nose, I have a problem with my energies, and so on and so forth. Try using the word challenge instead of using a problem and see how your subconscious starts reacting differently. You know, when you take things as a challenge, it also gives you an opportunity to expand. It also opens a door for you and gives you a possibility to look at your expansion. Another thing is, as I said, the expression never. A few days ago, somebody asked me, do you speak Spanish? Now I speak 8 languages, but I don't yet speak Spanish. You see, I did not say I don't speak Spanish, I said I don't yet speak Spanish. I'm still planning to learn it. I intend to learn it still. When you use that little word still or yet, you again open the doors for possibilities. You again look with your subconscious at the things which might be coming your way. And that brings me to the next one. If there are things that have not yet happened, like we spoke in the affirmations video, there are things that are probably not yet happening, or you don't really feel comfortable saying that I've lost weight or I am successful because you're still on the way to those things. Then use the expressions like, I've decided to be more charismatic today. I intend to open up to more possibilities today. More interesting information is on its way to me right now. I am in the process of attracting all the beautiful things in my life. So you see, again, it's opening a huge number of doors for you where there were none before. When we use these expressions in our day-to-day life, it kind of gives a rewiring to your brain, creates new neural pathways if you use those things often enough. In yoga, we usually insist on 21-day meditation because that's approximately the time your brain needs to create a new neural pathway. So when you start using those expressions and continue doing that, your mind is already connecting those areas of your brain to give you those new opportunities, to create new possibilities for you. Make it a habit every time you become aware of some word you use that you should not be using. Try and rewire it, try and reframe it. So reframing is a very good possibility for your daily life, but also for enhancing all the processes that we were talking about in our last few videos, like affirmations, affirmation, scripting process, and our 68 seconds process. So you see, whenever you are using those expressions in your daily life, you would already see a very clear change in how things look for you. You would also see sunny skies when you start using the same expressions in your scripting process, in your affirmations, in your 68 seconds process, and other processes that you're using for manifesting your new reality. Before moving ahead, let me announce the winner of our best comment section from the last video. As Pap wrote this beautiful comment and that made me do this video, I thought of giving him the meditation hour with Ashwini Bhanot. So congratulations, Pap. Thanks also to all of you for your love and motivation for subscribing to the channel. But it's not that yet, because we still have the bonus tips coming for you. Here are my 2 bonus tips for you. If you paid attention to your language classes, you would know what are comparatives and superlatives. Comparative words are, for example, moving from good to better, from better to best. So these are comparisons. And these comparisons can also be used in your day-to-day language to also enhance your neural pathways and use them for your success. So using the comparison, a good affirmative statement could be, every day, in every way, I'm growing happier and happier. So we made every day, every way, and from happy, happier. Or I'm growing more successful, I am getting prettier. So you could use your comparisons to also enhance the neural pathways in your brain for manifesting better life. And to put the cherry on the cake, you could also use superlatives, right? But use funny superlatives. Use superlatives that would make your brain question, because when your brain suddenly goes in that question mode, a small slit opens up and you get to your subconscious. So my favorite superlative is bestest. So usually people would say making most from more, or from great, making the superlative greatest. But for good, better, best, best is already a superlative. But when I turn it also to another superlative, calling it bestest, then I'm somewhere creating that slit open to my subconscious. Share with me what are your funny superlatives that are also opening doors for you. For the funniest superlative, you get a tarot reading online with me. You can see here what Poonam thinks about the tarot reading with me.
So my journey with tarot cards started with Anjali. Before that, I never experienced anything with tarot cards. I did not believe in them. But one time I was looking for answers and I found myself totally stuck. And then I contacted Anjali and she said, oh, why don't I pick you a tarot card? And she picked a tarot card for me. And it was exactly suiting to my situation, and it gave me a lot of answers how to deal with the situation, but also it gave me a lot of encouragement. So the way Anjali tells you about the tarot cards is not only reads your tarot card, but she decodes it in a very, very beautiful way, and then she coaches you through the tarot card how to take the next step and find success on your path. Thank you.
Until then, I take your leave. See you next week.